My name is Nikki and welcome to another Let's Draw. Today we have another lovely portrait. You can check out my reference in the description, and I usually try to stay away from pieces like this where it's like a model and she's really pouty and it just kind of looks fake. But this one I kind of really liked. I don't know, something about it really struck me. So I wanted to paint it. Maybe it was like her really long neck, her slender features. I don't know, something about it really tickled me, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do this one. So it's in my list of portraits and it's completed and it's done. So here it is. I really lost some of the essence of the original reference photo. Like some of her likeness wasn't really there. Like her face is a little bit too pointed forward, like angled forward, where it's more flat. The angle of her face is a little steeper. And of course the tone of her skin is totally different. And that's just because I had different monitors at the time. I don't know if I've mentioned it in any of my videos yet, but I did finally get two of the same monitors. So now I'm looking at the same colors between monitors, which is great. And also, you know, being able to see like, oh my gosh, how different these colors are. Like mine is so much more yellow and hers is like a lot more pinkish gray to it. But anyways, that's fine as long as like my values are fine. And I think I did okay with that, with my values. I was looking at my painting and the original a while ago and I totally forgot to look at the recording. But yeah, so blocking in colors is about to begin. I'm just laying the basic colors down first in my usual way. This time, usually when I lay down color, I usually put the skin color down before I finish adding in the background. But this time I actually stopped and did the background first, and I think the reason for that was because I wanted to see the skin. Oh, I forgot to cut that part out there. I wanted to see the skin compared to the background, because sometimes when you have like a white and you're choosing colors, you'll get different relative values than if you have it compared against a gray or a color, you know? So I was trying to like make sure I was choosing the right colors, so I put in the background really quick. But of course that didn't help because I had my reference on a different monitor, so I was gonna see different colors anyways. So it didn't really matter. But yeah, here's the color blocking phase. Everything's coming in, and I actually really enjoyed the color blocking phase of this one because the colors of the reference were really good, and I had a lot of contrast. It was a great quality photo. It was really good, so it worked together really well. Looking at it now, it was actually a lot of localized shading in a lot of broad areas of low contrast or no real color variation. Like you can see there's just this one area that's dark on the cheek, on the jawbone, and then mostly everywhere else is just this one base skin color. So it's not like a lot of shading necessary, so it made it a little easier, I think. And also the color scheme, like I couldn't tell at the time, but looking at the color scheme now, you can see it's kind of gray toned. You know, it wasn't a lot of color. Mine ended up with a lot more color than the original reference had. But I really liked the colors of mine. I loved the combination of colors, like the black top with the skin tone, with the lip color, you know, that lipstick color. It was so pretty. I thought it all came together really nicely. I really love those colors together. They worked really well. I struggled a bit when I did the hair because there's like a lot of her scalp showing through with the style of hairstyle that she had. And doing those streaks wasn't very easy in the beginning, and I kind of like, I tried my best. But here we are, we're rendering out now, so things are starting to become more satisfying. The nose was really cute. I loved like the shape of her nose. It's just like this little bump on her face. It's so cute. The shape of it actually reminds me of this mermaid I drew once for Mermaid. I found it actually on Pinterest, and I drew it over and then drew my version of it afterwards. And she had this really like flat, not really pointy nose, but it looked like this nose. I don't know how to explain it, but it was so cute, and it really worked for like the mermaid shaped face, the fish shaped face, that kind of essence to it. It was really cool. As much as I enjoyed the color of the lips, I struggled with painting it. Like, as you can see, I had some like detail lines before, and then I smoothed it out, and now I put back more detail spots, and I was back and forth trying to figure out how I wanted it to look in the end. But I do like the final look I ended up with, where it's kind of like an in-between of this blended out state and this kind of like sharp edged spots of color. So it was a good compromise. And the eyebrows were pretty simple. Hers, again, were more detailed, and I kind of had to restrain myself from going too detailed because I'm still not like confident in how I make it look when I do try that. My final version of the eye came out really good, in my opinion. I thought I came really close to the reference, especially I got the angle of her gaze right, and the shading on the inside of the eye and everything. And I kind of added eyelashes that I couldn't see in the original, just because I wanted there to be a little bit more. I couldn't really tell what was going on in the original image, so I just put a few strands in the dark area there. You can hardly see it, but I know it's there. And then finally doing the ear, I didn't forget it this time. There's some ears that are just really satisfying when you paint them. Like, I don't know if it's just the lighting or the way I put down the colors, like I choose the right colors or what. But this one was one of those satisfying ears. It just, it was so satisfying. How everything, when I blended everything in and did all the hard edges and soft edges, it looks so good. I love it. And then this neck and body was very satisfying as well. Another one that was really fun to do. Like, I had to like go back on some of my shading a little bit. Like, I blended it out too much, and I had to go back and re-add some hard edges. And also, like, on the front part of the neck, I ended up putting too desaturated a color there. It is kind of grayish in the reference, but not that gray. I think I got close to the original colors in that area in particular, and it wasn't matching the rest of my color scheme, so I had to go back and fix that. I do fix it like near the end, I think. I don't remember, because I don't think I noticed it yet. But here we are moving on to the hair. So, oh my gosh, I know it looked really weird for a while there, because you have like this almost balding look going on. But I tried my best with those baby hairs. They didn't come out the best. I didn't like having to like draw them singly, but it was the only way I was gonna get it to look the way I wanted it to look. You know, my hairbrush wasn't working with that. I had to really just do it patiently, you know, strand by strand. And I'm happy with it. I'm happy with it. I thought it was acceptable. See, like that side part of the hair there, I'm not very happy with that part, but for the most part, it's all right. It's cool. And then we're onto the bun, and the bun was pretty straightforward. It's basically like how I do hair normally, just shading in the strands and doing the highlights and the shadows. It's pretty straightforward. I do dislike how messy some parts look. Like the middle part kind of looks messy. The blending isn't very straight and clean, but I didn't fuss over it much. I just kind of left it. But yeah, there I go fixing the neck. So we got the color scheme coming up, looking much better this time. Much better. But yeah, this is getting close to the end. I think, yeah, I just have the hair there to do, and then I think a few beauty spots, and it'll be done. But I hope you enjoyed this. This was a fun one. I really loved the outcome of this one. This is one of those really satisfying ones. Maybe because it was like a model photo and it's like photoshopped already. I don't know. But I really liked it. I'm happy with this outcome. I hope you liked it too. If you did, or if you have any feedback for me, feel free to leave it in the comments below. I look forward to hearing from you. I really want to hear from you guys. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.